loopy. Apparently, that no longer warrants a stronger vulgarity. When we last met, I was able to finish the suspension, although the car desperately still needs an alignment, and the exhaust is on, so let's get the radiator on, and maybe I can start filling the engine with fluids. I cannot claim to have had many victories in this project. In fact, I was about to connect the power steering pump, and I'm like, oh, these bolts I have don't actually go into here. Where did I put the bolts? And the correct answer is I didn't actually put the bolts anywhere. When I moved things out of the way, I'd completely forgotten that the power steering pump was actually attached to this bracket, not directly to the engine itself. And this bracket attaches... Shit! Okay, all right. Well, that didn't go very far. But that's a victory. Now the trick is going to be wiggling it in here without actually losing any of the bolts, and I need to make sure that I got the bolts the right size. And I do remember this bracket getting in the way as I was trying to take the exhaust off. I don't know why it wasn't permanently seared into my memory. I remember yelling, "The bracket is C-shaped." It's C-shaped. It's C-shaped around. There we go. Hey, look at that. That's the right size bolt. And then that answers the question of where does this hole go? There's a nice little bolt right here for it. How pretty. I'd kind of forgotten how annoying the power steering pump bolt was because, well, 3 of them were fine, but one of them required that you remove this line to get to the bolt, which is not a great design. Of course, while I'm under here, I can also use this opportunity to make sure that I have successfully torqued down the ever so critical transmission drain plug, and as well as the oil drain plug, because it would be very embarrassing to have a leak from simply not torquing things down. New and exciting wrinkle, I think I installed the steering column upside down from where it was supposed to be by mistake, because this is the wheels roughly straight ahead, and as you can see, the steering wheel has top dead center at bottom. And then in a further little bit of excitement, if we turn the wheel all the way left, it only goes to here, and if we turn the wheel all the way right, yeah. Alright, and it's time to get on the new belt. Which means I have to reroute it differently because I don't have air conditioning anymore, and I hope to God the size is right. This is a boring video, I should stop recording it. And with everything else in place, the belt comes down to here, which is right where the air conditioning compressor used to be. So this is the wrong size belt, even though I specified no air conditioning. And while no one is going to accuse me of having good ideas all the time, I did remember to take pictures of how the radiator hoses come off the radiator so that I don't have to try to test fit repeatedly, go back and forth. I should be able to just do this on the first shot. If it weren't a safety issue, I wouldn't do anything with these horns, but it's pointed back at the engine, not out at the road where you want it to be. It also looks like whoever owned the vehicle that I got this off of drove over some lines when they were freshly painted. And now that I've done that, they will no doubt be in the wrong position and not actually fit under the bumper, and I'm going to have to undo what I just did. Nope, don't do it that way. Don't do it that way either. There's just no right way to do this, I think. Meanwhile, every mechanic out there is yelling like, oh, you idiot, you just do it XYZ way and it's simple, and that's probably true. Once you've done it that way. Ouch. I will only hurt myself a little bit this time. Alright, so this is the part where I kick myself because I put all 4 bolts in the little tray on this right-hand side of the... Can I... Oh, yoga! Bah. Put all the bolts in the right-hand tray and my right hand was occupied, so now I've invented a new yoga pose, and boy am I going to be sore in the morning. Did I actually get them under? Oh god, they're actually under my thigh now. That didn't really help now, did it? Okay. Oh god, I gotta reinvent a yoga pose. Which didn't actually help one bit, did it? And the horn is bumping up against the power steering tube. Well, if that wasn't predictable. Alright. This is called the lithotomy position, boys and girls. We use it for surgeries, such as hysterectomies. Sometimes we deliver babies that way too. Really? I left one in? Oh, bitch. Maybe that is why I left that in there. Doesn't mean I have to like it. Here, can you stay? Alright, stay. Alright, that'll at least hold for the moment. Now I can muck about with getting that out and getting these in proper. So, and up to this point, I've been lucky enough to not have to use my impact-rated 10mm driver, but usually you just don't have to use it. They just come off with the 3/8 drive and the breaker bar, but today that thing is going to come off. Ugh. And let me make sure that everything is free and clear and not going to get hung up on various and sundry things. Appropriate hoses in appropriate places. Come back and tighten them up later. Or in some cases loosen it up so that I can slide the... oh, there we go. Torque, torque, torque. Swedish mechanic, right? Whoa, we torque on the rover. Although apparently real Swedes hate the Swedish chef because the tonal nature of his speech is closer to Norwegian. And apparently there remains a little bit of, at least, I'll call it friendly enmity between Swedes and Norwegians. Obviously they're not dangerously afraid of of each other the way the Poles feel about the Germans, the Russians. Take your pick. Guten tight. Alright, what am I missing on the bottom? I think everything's connected here, just need to tighten things. Oh yeah, the horn, I should connect that too. Click already. Oh, okay, I guess it clicked. Ah, this is a convenient place to have left this screw. Bolt, whatever. Well, it's time to start getting some fluids into here, and because I discovered that I don't own a funnel with the proper geometry to get into the transmission, it looks like I'm going to have to use my old school transfer pump, which fortunately I already owned and didn't have to. If I was going to buy something, I probably would have just bought the correct size or shape funnel, one of those ones with the little flexible gooseneck things that can go at any angle, or just something small enough to fit into this hose and then I could just port it. And when I couldn't figure out why, like, the nominal capacity here is 1.7 liters, and I put in 2 full quarts, so I should be pretty close to full, and then I realized, yeah, no, it's not going to come out because full is based on a level car, so I may have to recheck that just to make sure it's not overfilled. Alright, open the 710 cap. Maybe. Come on. There we go. And the nominal capacity is 4.5 quarts, so I should be able to get almost the whole damn bottle. Well, I don't see anything coming out on the floor yet. Alright, new belt from the local auto supply store at about triple the cost of the online ones that I got that were wrong, so hopefully I can return those and get the Hopefully this is the right belt. It does look much shorter than the previous ones. We'll see how that goes. And apparently this belt, we're just going to have a Goldilocks situation. That first one's too long. This one's too short. I need one that's just right. As sort of a little peek behind the curtain, you're probably used to things not happening in real time from other TV shows and YouTubes and whatnot. So, of course, the events of any given episode happened weeks or months ago, and I don't feel that I'm giving too much of a spoiler to say that I have indeed figured out the belt eventually, so that I don't have a stack of them this big that I can wrap them around a maypole for May Day. May Day is today, and I, in real time, have not only figured out the belt issue, but actually submitted an application for a logbook, which means there's a possibility that I will actually get to register for my first event, even though I announced it prematurely a couple of months ago. In the meantime, I'll just kind of keep plodding on, and have to remind you of the difference between May Day and a May Day. I hope that you don't have the latter. See you in a couple weeks. Really? Unfucking believable. Let's try that again. Cautiously this time, so that I don't drop it right onto the damned floor again.